Yeah, The Little Mermaid. If you're just tuning into Good Things, it is a Friday, so that means we've got Tanya back in the house to talk movies. She was out last week because she was celebrating a graduation, so that go okay?
Yes, I survived. I made it through.
Congratulations. And that's high school graduation.
Yes, high school.
So that's your first one out the door.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling. It really is, but it was all great. I had lots of family came, and so it's just a special time.
And then how much longer till your next one?
4 years.
Oh, then so basically reboot.
Yeah, if everything goes as it should, I'll have one graduating college and high school the same year.
That's what we can all hope for.
Yeah.
It all goes to plan. Okay, so movies, though. We've had 2 weeks, so there's been a lot going on. Obviously, The Little Mermaid is what Rhino let us in with. How's that doing? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I did get to see it last night, and it is so good. Now, I will say, when the animated movie came out many years ago, my niece was of the age. This was before I was married, before I had my own kids. She was obsessed, and I feel like I saw it no less than 100 times. It was like on a constant loop, you know. But I did go watch it again last night or yesterday afternoon on Disney Plus before I went to the theater to see the new one. And there are some changes, which I think has been out there in the media. But I loved it. I thought it was really, really well done. I think the choice to have Halle Bailey as the new Ariel was unbelievably smart. She not only, every aspect of her performance, her voice, her acting, just everything. She was just the perfect Ariel. Anyway, we all know the story. Mm-hmm. You know, Ariel is the mermaid who doesn't want to stay underwater. She likes humans, and she wants to go see what's on the other side of the water. And she strikes a deal with the evil sea witch, and that's kind of our story.
Did she do as well with Ursula as everyone's saying she did?
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Melissa McCarthy was so good. And I did not know she could sing. She's got an amazing voice. So it was fun to hear her sing Poor Unfortunate Souls. We all know that song. But yeah, she was, I'm fascinated now. I want to go and watch some of the behind the scenes stuff to see how they pulled all this off, which I've seen some interviews, and they said they spent about half of their time on wires, you know, making motions as if they're in the water, and then half their time they were actually in water. They filmed in a small little coastal area in Italy. Not a bad place to be.
Not a place to be
for a few months. And of course, you have a lot of voices lended to the movie. Jacob Tremblay plays Flounder, the voice of Flounder. The Sebastian voice is David Diggs from Hamilton fame. Awkwafina is playing Scuttle, and in the original animated movie, Scuttle was a seagull. In this one, Scuttle is a diving bird because he or she has got scenes underwater. So they had to do a little change on that. But one of the fun things that I did not expect is there's a couple of new songs. You've got your classics like A Whole New World, of course. But there's a couple of new ones, and I am one of those people that when I first hear a song, I may kind of like it, but I have to listen to it a second time before it kind of resonates with me. But these songs I loved instantly, and when the credits rolled, I figured out why. Lin-Manuel Miranda co-wrote them. So, he does no wrong in my book. But one of them is a new song for Ariel. When she first gets her human legs, she's singing a song in her head, and it's a really good one. But the one that I think steals the show is Prince Eric sings a song called Uncharted Waters. And I feel certain come this fall, every middle school talent show, this song is going to be sung. I think it's going to be the new hit. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm predicting.
So it's worth going to see.
Definitely. And what pleased me so much, when I went to see it yesterday, it was just lots of families. The theater was full, which I go to a lot of Thursday shows, and they're usually not full, and this one was. So I feel like it's going to be really successful this weekend.
So you've got that for the families. What else you got?
Yeah, so if you want to go, probably a good date night movie is You Hurt My Feelings is the name of the movie. Now, this one is rated R.
Date?
It is rated R, so it's for the grown-ups. But Julia Louis-Dreyfus plays a very famous author who is married to a teacher who's very well liked. They're happily married. They both are thriving in their careers, have great kids. You know, everything is perfect until one day she's working on a new book and she overhears him telling a friend that he doesn't like the book. And so she feels betrayed because she feels like her husband's been lying to her all these years. You know, what else does he not like? So it's a comedy, but it's, just one of those interesting movies, when you think somebody really supports what you do and you find out they really don't. Yeah. And it is kind of a short one. It's about an hour and a half. And I will say Little Mermaid's 2 hours and 15 minutes. So they did add some
extra to it.
Extra with the new songs, some additional plot. Like they stretched out the courtship of Prince Eric and Ariel a little bit, which is good. All great, but just keep that in mind if you're used to seeing the quicker animated version. If you've got littles, just keep in mind it's a little bit longer. But those are really the only two big new releases this weekend. Fast X came out last weekend. I have not seen it. I probably will not see it.
Come on now.
Somehow I have missed
such a
1 through 9.
realistic car show that you'd have to see it.
Yeah. And then there is one more out this weekend, limited. It's called About My Father. And anyway, it's Mariscalco. I'm blanking out on the name. A very well-known comedian is in it. Anyway, right around the corner, we've got June, and we've got some big stuff. The big one coming out the first weekend of June is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which is the animated movies. And then the next weekend, you've got Transformers, Rise of the Beasts, and it just every weekend
keeps going.
Yeah.
But this weekend, do you still have Mario Brothers and Marvel?
Yeah, those are both still out there. So this is a great long weekend to catch up. I know May is so busy, so if you've missed anything, those are still there.
Man, the family movies are really taken or on point. Like if you can't get into one, like if you show up and they're sold out, it feels like maybe you'll be able to snag another one.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out right now.
The only complaint I have about Little Mermaid, haven't seen it yet, is just through the Sebastian, whoever came up with his animated version of the original animated. I'm like, he don't look nothing like the original to me.
Yeah, he and Flounder both look a lot different, but I've seen pictures of them, and I was like, ew. But when you see them in the movie, to me, it makes more sense. Yeah.
I think you just have this, such an iconic, like Sebastian. He's almost lovable. Like you wanted to hug him, and the new one feels a little more, again, I haven't got to know him because I hadn't seen it yet. But I was like, he feels very like rough edges. Yeah. I needed him to be a little softer.
I think he'll win you over. There's another new song that he and Scuttle, it's a little duet with a little rap in there, of course, because Lin-Manuel Miranda is known for that style. That's really cute.
I think their casting for Scuttle was perfect too.
I
think once you hear the voice and then the squawking or whatever and the personality, even though Scuttle was whatever, I feel like I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it.
Do you think do you think EJ will make it through it or enjoy, or she loved Mario, like she's singing for Princess Peach, so we loved Mario. Do you think it would be the same in keeping her attention?
I think so. Now we'll warn, just like the animated version at the end, Ursula gets pretty scary. So you just have to watch that, make sure that's not going to scare her.
Close your eyes.
Yeah.
But she did. Mario was the first movie that she sat through, was engaged with, came away still sort of talking about it. So I was hoping to be able to take the girls to see The Little Mermaid. I think that will be a good one.
For sure.
All righty, you guys stick with us. You got plenty to get out there and see. Tanya, thank you for your time. And we got a little bit more coming up next.